So where do you see gaps in the sports analytics space? So obviously baseball seems saturated, football, I assume as well. Are there any significant market opportunities that you're seeing?
Yeah, so I think that with sports gambling, there's going to be a lot of things opening up.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at people being able to place bets on every shot and every minute of the games in almost real time. And so there's an opportunity, I think, for arbitrage on the gambling side. But I think that the house will generally net win. There's also a lot of opportunities in data collection and also in understanding the psychology of performance. There aren't as many resources out there for understanding the non-physical aspects of the game right now. And there's also, with the players' unions and stuff, it's really hard to get like bio data to get people to have a wearable. I mean, maybe it's a little easier with being in the bubble and like health concerns, but access to that data is going to be really dicey. I would love to see in the future athletes being willing to share a bit more, because right now they're really scared that that data is going to be used against them. Like, oh, he's not putting in the work, he's not putting in the time, whatever that might be. So I would hope that we can do a lot with that bio data to make sports safer. So you're looking at football with some of the CTE stuff. It's very scary. I'm sure data can help with that, help us make better decisions around that. And it already has begun to a certain extent. But on the performance side, we can also figure out when we should be taking players in and out, how to give them optimal rest so that there's less injuries. How do we give them the exact amount of stress during practice so that they're optimizing their performance rather than overworking or underworking them. So there's a lot of really cool opportunities there. But that's more on the data collection side. There are great data collection systems, but they're a little bit one-dimensional right now.
Yeah, I think it's interesting with the bio data. I mean, if people are going to be willing to do that. I know a lot of people in public, just in general, have started wearing all these things. I can't do it. I just feel like
I do this one. All my sleep tracking and exercise.
So that was a ring or something.
It's the Oura ring. They have like some.
I've never seen this. Okay.
That all the NBA players are wearing them now for the bubble. That's like, so that's the big one. And then I think golfers are wearing this thing called the Whoop.
Okay.
And I think football players are also doing the Whoop. I can't remember exactly, but those do well. So it's like a band. It looks like a Fitbit, but it tracks all your sleep and activity data as well.
Okay, that's interesting. Do you have to charge the ring? I'm assuming you do, right?
Yeah, every 3 or 4 days, but it only takes 15-20 minutes to charge. So I really liked it. I read this book called Why We Sleep, and it talks about the importance of sleep and how basically the thesis is if there was a drug that could give you more energy, that could reduce help you lose weight, reduce your risk of cancer, reduce the risk of depression, anxiety, how much would you pay for it? And then the guy's like, sleep gives you all these benefits and it's free. So if you slept more, whatever it would be. But that really freaked me out. And so I started tracking my sleep a lot more careful about it and having better sleep hygiene. So
I just sleep. I don't track it. I don't waste time in my sleep time tracking my sleep.
If you sleep well, then there's no need to track it.
Actually, yesterday I was up for 2 hours in the middle of the night because my daughter woke up and then I just could not fall back asleep and still had to wake up at 5. And that's why I'm kind of like, not as energetic as usual, but we got some comments here. So Steven says wearable devices for all sports. That could be interesting. And Al says, great gosh, Ken, he's got 2 boys heading off to play college baseball. Injuries are a huge concern, so he didn't consider that.
Thank you, Al. Yeah, definitely. I might be biased now, but I recommend sleep. Make sure your kids are getting enough sleep. I know when I was heading off to college and playing golf there, I was not getting enough sleep, and that probably hurt my performance.